Hamp did a phenomenal job. I'm being serious when I say this.
He fucking
Phenomenal
did.
job. Going through and chronicalizing all of the things that have been done, American culture. I understand that. I'm not even denying that what Black people partake in is American culture. Also, I've conceded that point before. What I'm saying though is the continuation of it and the current way of that we're handling it isn't like any other group that you can compare to.
So here's what I'm saying. I think you're a very intelligent person. When you said Pooh Shiesty, Mr. Fantastic, you and I are over 21, right? We over 30. I believe we both over 40. We might not listen to that bullshit, but do you think there's no white Pooh Shiesties? Be honest.
No, I'm pretty sure there is
a white Pooh. No.
Yes, there has to be a white Pooh Shiesty out there just by the numbers.
Cool, there you go. So now what I'm saying is this, let's do it like that. Everything that you say Black people do, when we give you an example of white people doing it, and to your point, we'll make it current. I'm saying concede though before we
Slim
move on,
Jesus
right?
as an example.
But now you have to show me the person.
We will.
Slim G.
If I give you, I'm give.
Slim G. Well, yeah, real quick. Slim Jesus as an example, right? You see him?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's the thing. The kids know him. Lil Pump. The kids know him well.
But all of those were wiggers. You can't give me a wigger. You got to give me a white boy.
Do you know
to white boys.
why? Wait. Wait. Are you? So you?
Give
Do
me
you
a
think?
white boy that's promoted to white boys? Just like what's the song?
Hold on. It's
donated $20 through Super Chat. Did they not scream "Hang Mike Pence"?
Damn, that's kind of crazy, Mr. Fantastic. Though, I mean, you got Eminem. I mean, they see. Here's what you got to understand. Those white boys are polarized by them, right? There's
what's the boy's name? The bouncer ass like your friend. What's that's a wigger. That's not for fucking white boys. He's not promoting himself to white boys. Yes, he's a nigga. He's a nigga imposter.
But that's
so
what.
Let's we don't have the conversation. Have the conversation.
Well, hold on.
Skin tone don't make.
So they got to be wearing suits.
No, I'm not saying they got to be wearing suits. They can be doing whatever. The best thing you could have gave me would have been like Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly never did the wigger shit. Machine Gun Kelly was never a wigger. But even then, Machine Gun Kelly never picked up like that.
What's a wigger, nigga?
Well, but I'm saying but you've already acknowledged that they existed. So I'm saying give us some other than that because I know you're smart enough to know that the white versions of Pooh Shiesty exist. But this is just because we can't name them, you know they exist.
No, but what you're missing is the other half of it. It's what Pooh Shiesty represents, and it's the impact that Pooh Shiesty had. You're not gonna listen. No.
What is that? Say what that is.
Let me finish. No white boy, none. There's not gonna be one white boy you can name that's had the impact that fucking Pooh Shiesty's had over the last fucking 7 years.
Okay, when you say impact, what does that mean, though, Fantastic? We need to understand you. That's very.
Just real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Beans. Now, before we called it a shiesty, what was the name of that shit?
Ski mask.
A fucking baklava, nigga. It wasn't even a ski mask. A ski mask was the shit you put on with the eyes.
You still talking about the minority of Black people, bro. We still doing the minority shit. We do it every week.
It's not the minority.
No, he not. But we talking about them though. Wait, that's the point. We talking about them.
That's the problem too. That's the problem too.
Shaw. Do you understand, brother? Did you just miss what I said, or what? I'm gonna say it again.
I heard you say it before. That's what I'm saying. You ain't saying nothing new.
You
I heard you say it
before. I never said it. You never heard me say this before because I know this is my first time saying it. So I'm gonna say it for you again. Pooh Shiesty changed the whole name of a piece of clothing for the entire fucking country.
Right.
There's not a white boy that has that fucking influence.
This is the point I'm making, man. I'm not excited. This is the point I'm making. Y'all know
being excited.
This is what I'm saying. Let me rebuttal, please. Let me rebuttal, please. I don't know what I'm conceding to because you're not making a new point. You're talking about the minority of people, which would be criminality in the Black community. Because what I'm saying is popular culture influences everybody outside of just rap music. There are different examples of pop culture that influences people. And I'm saying, to me, spend another hour talking about hip hop. We know the problems with hip hop. That's not the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation is, just like the Christian church, sometimes people find the things that make them comfortable. So talking about hip hop and impoverished people is an easy conversation. It's an easy conversation. Do you listen to country music? Do you hear the themes that are in rock and roll music right now? No, you don't. I know you don't. Because it's easy to talk about poor black people promoting rap music. That's the easy conversation that everybody loves to have. Let's talk about Chicago. We want to talk about crime. But you was in Houston for 3 days. I got 2 questions. How many black women did you see twerking on couches in Houston? You were there for 3 days. How many gunshots did you hear?
I was in Texas, man.
So I'm asking you again. How many women did you see twerking on couches the 72 hours you were there? How many?
On couches, none, but I saw several twerking.
Okay, cool. How many gunshots did you experience?
At a club.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At a club.
But it's at a club. That makes sense. Is the point?
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't really out and about, bro. Most of my time in Houston was whatever.
This is the only point I'm trying to make, bro. This is the easy conversation. We're gonna point out Pooh Shiesties, changing the Shiesties to now extrapolate this to what's happening in the black community. When we know most black people ain't wearing no fucking Pooh Shiesty masks. Most black people, if a crime happens, they're dialing 911. Officer, I need assistance. In the community I live in, we have a group chat. When the Pooh Shiesty boys start coming in the neighborhood, now I'm willing to go outside to say, hey, because you never know, hey, y'all good? Hey, y'all making people uncomfortable. I'm willing to do that. But for the most part, what's happening, people are saying, hey, there's strange guys in our community. Call the police. And the police gets called. I live in Southwest Atlanta, the SWATs. Cheeky know about that.
Yes.
So I'm just saying. I
know about it.
I'm just saying
But this is what I'm saying. To me, I think you're being a little unfair, right? Mm-mm. The point is this: most of the stuff that we talk about, especially if we're dealing with criminality, debauchery, and all of that stuff, is going to be applicable to a minority of people. So by that measure, we probably shouldn't have conversations about it at all.
No. No, Beans.
Hold on. Right? Yes. I'm not saying that you are saying that. I'm saying the stance that you're taking right now is that if you don't allow for the conversation. He stated earlier in the conversation, Mr. Fantastic, according to the point that Hamp made, that he knows it's not the majority of people, and that we're not talking about the majority of people. So as long as we already have that foundation, we should not, I don't care if we here for another 9 hours, we should never have to make it's not all or it's not the majority of people argument, because he's already stated that.
We have to. Let me go, Hamp, please. I know what you're gonna say. I got it. It's not understood, Beans.
That's too bad for them.
It's not understand me. That's the problem, right? And that's why the passion is coming, because I'm tired of y'all, not you. I'm saying people that do this, putting the burden of the minority on black people. I'm tired of y'all doing it. We got enough burdens being black people enough. Now we got niggas coming on panels associating the 10% of us as black culture. What you're talking about is American culture that a minority of black people engage in. That's the proper way to have a conversation. We can continue to talk about criminality, but we're going to stop saying it's black culture. That's the whole reason the show is going on, Beans.
That's bullshit. Respectfully,
that's the whole reason the show is going on, Beans.
Respectfully, Shad, that's bullshit. If I go to any 50 states in this country where it's black people at and pull up that fucking mask and ask them what's that mask, what are they gonna call it?
A shiesty.
A shiesty.
So that's the point. You don't have to use it. I never shot nobody in my life. I still say 9-1.
You talking about popular culture though, Beans?
9-1. Right, so I never murdered nobody.
See, the issue.
That's what
the bar so low, man.
The nicknaming. Good morning, Cheeky. Hold on. The issue is that because a thing is named a thing, I'm trying to figure out what does that substantiate. That you call it adhesive strip a Band-Aid. You call petroleum jelly Vaseline. And so now that we have this article of clothing, you call it a shiesty. That proves what to who?
It proves the impact. It proves the impact that the criminal aspect has on the black community, and how we spread it out to popular culture.
You saying criminals don't do it though? Criminals don't even use
it. The issue is we're using culture that is made and already popularized by black people. Tell me what white people that listen to country, because they don't call everything that one thing.
What?
They
What do
call
you mean?
country people have their own verbiage and their own thing for certain drugs. Tell me what those drugs are.
Well, you talking about ice and fucking what's the shit you do? What's the name and crank and whatever the fuck.
My point is this: if we go to any culture's music or entertainment aspect and start using their lingo and saying, "Well, that's the reason why we know it's the most popular," well, that makes sense because it's for the culture that it was made for. So, of course, shiesty is going to be popular amongst people who are black because it's dealing with hip hop.
Right,
But
but
if I say-
how does that refute his point?
Yeah, you're trying to
we ain't wearing no fucking shiesties.
Point at all.
None of us walk around with shiesties on.
No, the point.
You
the
don't
point-
have
no,
to. Is the
No,
point?
the point is no. The point is you're saying something is being influential to black people, but that's only specific to black people. Now, if I go to,
it's not just black people, but that's what I'm trying to tell you.
so what white person is going around saying this is a shiesty?
ones
Specifically,
who are involved in the culture.
Let me answer the question. So specifically, Cheeky, when I don't know if you remember this, Drew Brees' son, they did like an episode of either a shoe place or something like that, or so on and so forth, and he had a shiesty on, and it's not just cultural, it's age, right? So it's age specific. So everybody under a certain age bracket, because like you said, the popular culture has such an impact, refers to it as a shiesty.
Right.
I would for sure say white, black, Chinese, whatever. If they're under the age of 25, you show them that, it's a fucking shiesty.
And so how is that negative? So now the next part is how is that negative?
Cheeky, because how did it? Who promoted it? And this is the part y'all are missing.
No. I'm not missing it.
He said what makes it negative.
What makes it See, here's the thing, because of course, there's millennials. There's younger generation that use most common. There's a younger generation that uses all the language that black people use, like cap. That's cap. Most of African American or black people's slang terminology has been co-opted or introduced to the popular, and they don't know where it comes from. Remember when we saw a video that said "unk" stands for uncool? Just because they say a thing doesn't mean they understand the origin or where it comes from. So the fact that something got renamed, going back to Hamp's point, which is, a ski mask is now called a shiesty, I'm sure those people have no real idea of where that come from because they're not integrated into the culture itself or hip hop. They just know it because that's what they streamers say. Or they just,
no, fam.
So explain to me why somebody said
I'm gonna explain to you.
unk is uncool.
I'm not concerned with the unk shit, and I'm pretty sure that was somebody that's older, not younger. So
that was younger people.
So this is the thing, right? So y'all are missing the point, and this is why I say we so deep in this shit, y'all don't even understand it.
Not missing the point, Miss Fab. We just don't agree, man.
Well, let me answer. Let me answer. Well, you said I missed the point too, brother. You said I missed the point. You said I missed the point too, brother. I didn't take offense. It just is what it is, man. We grown. You'll get over it. So listen, what I'm saying, right? So y'all are missing the point because you're not understanding what Pooh Shiesty represents. Pooh Shiesty is the street nigga of street niggas. Okay? The whole Shiesty, what was the Shiesty used for?
Cold weather.
Wrong.
Mostly cold weather. Well,
wrong.
Now
here's where y'all missing it.
But this,
so I'm gonna ask again. I'm gonna ask y'all again. So either y'all.
So you saying this move? You saying that you think most people understand is used for robbing people? You hide your face.
No, I'm not even saying most people. And this is why I say y'all not understanding me. This is the point I'm making. The shiesty was used to conceal yourself during the commission of a crime, usually involved violent crime. Okay. That's the whole purpose of the fucking shiesty.
All right. So let's not belabor it. I understand that point. So now, hear what I was saying. Stop saying that they don't do this shit. This is an American culture. The jacket on black people is disingenuous, and you can't substantiate that it's only black people with this behavior. Now, let me ask you a question. What is the Dillinger?
The Dillinger is a 2-shot firearm.
Where did it come from? The name?
I think either a poker player or a cowboy back in the day from somebody using it when they like in a jam.
John Dillinger. Yo, so now let me ask you.
No idea.
John Dillinger. Now what about the Tommy gun?
A machine gun.
Why is it called Tommy?
I'm guessing that's who used it.
So here's my point, is that people, Americans, have the same behavior. These are criminals, not just black people. These are Italians, whites, blacks, etc. It's a criminal cohort that needs to be assessed. Stop putting the jacket on black people. It's an American culture criminal element. That's why I showed all those examples.
And I'm not refuting that, and I understand that fully, Hamp. What I'm saying, the differentiation happens as to where those group of people keep the criminals and them separated for the most part. Vast majority of them, they do not adapt and they do not assimilate to those fucking cultures.
We agree.
They don't.
We agree.
Oh, and what? All right. So for us, that is not the case.
No, so for us, that is the case.
People, hold on. People are right now, Hamp, it's going on right now. I'm not sure if you're keeping up with it.
Okay.
People are looking at Pooh Shiesty as a hero, civilian, non-street people.
I ain't seen none of that.
A hero and a person that did the right thing by handling business and street shit.
Yes,
niggas are doing
fantastic.
this.
Yes, you're right. Hold on, fantastic. You're right. But here's the thing. You can't really make an argument
Right about
against
what?
people having that stand.
Beans, what is he right about?
It was,
Why you said that?
well, he's right that that's happening.
You saying that it happened?
Yeah, that there are people who are there are people.
Okay, he's saying that.
I got it. Fantastic. I got it.
He's saying that you're saying that there were people on social media who said what he said. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's celebrating the fact that
Okay,
Pooh Shiesty
I
did the
agree.
man thing.
Okay, I
He did the
agree.
man thing, right?
The issue is though, Ms. Beans, right? Is that he acting like it's most of us that adopt this behavior.
I know. If y'all want to, I think you've already.
Go ahead.
Before we even hit the link, I thought you did a well enough job to dispel.
My
that.
bad. Let me get out the way. I apologize. I've been talking for 2 hours. My bad.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying most. I am not saying most. I never said most.
I can't wait till he get to the house, man. I'm tired of this nigga yelling at his phone. I'm tired. Get to the house.
He already said that he wasn't talking about the mass or.
All right, go ahead. Let me get out the way. I'll get out the way. Go ahead, Beans.
So this is my thing. This is my thing. If we saw this in real time, people not being allowed to emphasize what it is that they mean by what they saying. That shit ain't cool. If the dude said it ain't the majority, I'm gonna take him on his word that he don't mean the majority, and I'm gonna move forward so that we can have a conversation amicably. I hope I'm using that word right, Chief.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is this though, he's right about that. But fantastic. Is it wrong because what he did was criminal? I need a yes or no so we can move forward with the conversation.
Yes.
Okay, so therefore, if somebody is doing something to my family member and I do something to them, people gonna say I stood on business, but it's also gonna be a criminal act that I can go to jail for. But people gonna say I stood on business, but you wouldn't say I was wrong for standing on business because it's just something you believe in. What I'm saying is people see that dude as being taken advantage of and standing on business as a man and getting himself out of it. So whether it ends up with him losing his freedom or whatever, they just feel like he stood on what he was supposed to stand on. He stood on his principle, what he believed in. It's that simple. The criminality part to me is where we lose all hope in conversations because some shit could be criminal today and not tomorrow. They killed weed smokers and weed dealers for 100 years in this country. And now them same people who was talking shit getting high, taking edibles and everything. Soon as the white man said it was okay.
Yeah, but if we do that, we can always go back into things because laws change all the time. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where you can hold somebody at gunpoint, force them out of a contract, and that be legal. Can we concede to that?
We can't. I'll absolutely practice what I preach. I'll concede to it that that's probably never going to be the case. But at the same time, again, fantastic. I think I was on Uncle Tom's channel when I learned that if somebody break into your house and you shoot them in the back, you go to jail.
Depending on what state.
In most states.
Yeah, most
right,
states.
okay, it depends on what state. That's fine.
But yes,
that's
right. Right. Most situations, yes, you're gonna end up that way.
Yeah.
So, but
that's what I'm saying. Like you standing on business, but it's criminal activity according to the law.
And Beans, this is what I'm saying though. Okay, and that's why I'm saying we need to be more. And again, Hamp did a phenomenal job. I'm being serious when I say this.
He fucking
phenomenal
did.
job. going through and chronicalizing all of the things that have been done in American culture, I understand that. I'm not even denying that what Black people partake in is American culture. Also, I've conceded that point before. What I'm saying though is the continuation of it and the current way of that we're handling it isn't like any other group that you can compare to. There aren't white equivalents of, or Mexican equivalents of, or Asian equivalents of, and I just leave it at those main groups, right? Currently, if you go back in time, yes. But currently, as to where you have the people that sympathize, empathize, and take on those negative traits of behavior that are wrapped in criminality, you cannot show it to me. And that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, fantastic. Now, thank you so much for getting back here, because this is what I wanted you to do. So you already conceded on the Pooh Shiesty side. The Pooh Shiesty was one example. You said, show me the guy that's like a Pooh Shiesty. We said that there's a white version of that, but you're saying that the impact might not be the same culturally. But we wouldn't know that because we're not white. We not deep into it. I'm pretty sure, and I think you're smart enough to know this, if I just did a little bit of research right now for 5 minutes, I could find you an example of that. Right? So 6ix9ine to me is a white boy. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that's a white boy, right? The man got all them tattoos, the colored ass hair, and all that shit. Look at his impact on the culture.
And Beans, that's what I'm saying. Beans, he has more impact on, he's Black culture. He's assimilated and taking over Black culture. He's not doing anything right. All the white people y'all bring up, all the white people, Hispanic people, Mexican people you gonna bring up, they trying to be like us.
That's not Black culture.
Can I hop in for a second?
You can't argue that. Yeah, hold on one second, Shaw. I promise. But fantastic, you can't argue that's Black culture. If we break it down step by step, you wouldn't be able to do that.
He was a blood. He was on a federal indictment with Black gang members in New York.
Right, but fantastic. Do you know any Bloods? Because I know a couple. Do you know any? Okay, do they look, dressed like, face tattooed up like 6ix9ine? Because the ones I know ain't gonna move like that at all.
You seen Cali niggas? You seen original Cali gangbangers? Look at Blueface
now.
I mean, he not no blood, he a crib.
Yeah, I know one that specifically be on all our channels, and that nigga don't move like that at all, right? But I'm saying, my point is this though. What is it? Is it the face tattoos? Because I'm pretty sure that ain't our culture. We didn't start that. Is it the colored ass hair, green, yellow, pink, red? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't start that. Is it the snitching shit? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't start that, right? The only thing you could say that he does that's a part of our culture is because he's claiming a gang that none of us really knows that he's affiliated with outside of his money, and that's probably him paying for protection. And then the other side of it is that he's a quote unquote rapper, which a lot of white people do. So I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. If you ask us for something specific, and then when we offer it to you, you're going to try to find everything that makes it a little bit different, that it's just going to be a disingenuous conversation. Go ahead, Shot.
It's not disingenuous. It's just factual. I mean, your best bet, and I gave y'all one. I gave you one. And my bad, after this shot, you got it. My bad, bro. Machine Gun Kelly has tattoos and all this other shit, but Machine Gun Kelly never really came off on the wigger tip. And of course, the original white boy of all white boys, Eminem. Eminem was never a wigger, for real. Well, he was wigger light, right? Wigger light. But that's what I'm saying. That those things are going to have to be somebody you give me to where you can name the person. Just name them. Because Pooh Shiesty, if you name him to the average young white boy under 25, they don't know who you're talking about.
All right. This is the point I'm trying to make, right? The conversation started from Black culture. You talked about debauchery. You also talked about criminality. What I said to Beans and Fantastic was this is the easy conversation, right? Because we know hip-hop culture within Black culture is one of the most popular components of Black culture as far as influence and what we can capitalize off of monetarily. But that's only a component of Black culture. Right, because like I said, for me, my timeline, I don't see the shit he talking about. My timeline is Black people talking about history, Black people talking about what fruits you need to take for what disease, because that's how I kind of manage my algorithm. That's also Black culture, because we're more than just criminals. But my point is to Miss Fantastic about what's happening now, right? Because then when we talk about culture, when I mention Jeffrey Epstein, and you keep talking about the things that Black people quote unquote celebrate, I'm trying to figure out why in America it's pretty obvious that most people know the story. It was some debaucherous behavior going on, But so far, ain't nobody got no jail time. The only man that did a jail time is dead now, and it's a conspiracy whether or not he killed himself. But I'm saying they're protected. Sex tourism around the world. We know who started that. We know who engages in that, and it's protected. So this idea that black people are the only people that celebrate, because what I'm saying is these men are fathers, they're husbands, they're co-workers, their community know what goes on. Y'all had a whole show about how, for some reason, when we talk about violent crime, for some reason, those statistics are not a part of the conversation. Was that done on purpose or was that by mistake? Somebody had to be in the room and said, we don't want these to be on the list because it might start a new conversation. So again, this idea that no one else is celebrating the debauchery in their community, because another thing, right? I always say we love talking about
the horrible example, though, Shad.
It's a horrible example.
Yes, you can't argue that.
It's a horrible example. Y'all been monopolizing the conversation, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
I want to.
I'm gonna address what you just said.
No, let Shad finish. Let him finish.
I'm gonna address what you just said.
No, he don't want no interjections either.
I'm good. You when I get done, it's a horrible example, but I think it's a horrible example for us to spend an hour or 2 hours continually talking about hip hop culture when we know the majority of people, because we also know hip hop culture does intersect and influence other components, right? So you see little boys who ain't even thinking about committing a crime, putting a Pooh Shiesty mask on because it's popular, but they not finna shoot nothing, kill none, let none die. Shout out to Hamp and Strata for that. We know that.
I said that.
So how's my Jeffrey Epstein example horrible? How's it a horrible example?
The reason why it's horrible, I don't want to answer you now that you want to answer, but the reason why it's horrible is because of the fact that you're making an argument against celebration. And you're not going to point out more celebration in that example than it is people clamoring for justice. It's way more people complaining and talking shit and won't release the files and want people to go to jail. So that's what I'm saying. The words that's coming out of your mouth is celebration, but nobody ain't celebrating Epstein, which is why it was a horrible example. Hold on, Fantastic. Hold on, please.
You're
1 second.
wrong.
Hold on 1 second. So Fantastic. Hold on. So you saying I'm wrong? Prove it.
Okay, I want y'all to prove to me how the majority of black people, Pooh Shiesty is influencing the majority of black people.
Right now we talking about Epstein.
No, we're gonna go back to the original point because I just added that we go to the original point. Okay, cool.
Bad example.
Here's how it's celebrated because they know it happens. And everyone turns a blind eye to it. The same way y'all trying to say this how black people celebrate criminality. It's the same concept.
Okay, so look what you just did. Let me show you.
Right here.
Look what you just did.
What is that?
Don't save him, please, Hamp. Don't save him.
What does that boy have on? Hold on. What does that boy have on?
A ski mask.
Shiesty.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Beans.
So here's what you just did. You just
they
said
say most black people think it's a shiesty, but you call it a ski mask.
Right? This whole thing was done. All of this debauchery shit was done. And you said, and everybody's protecting it. That's what you just said. We can rewind the tape if you need to hear yourself say it.
Okay, I'm in majority. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Now here's the part where we go back to
what
early.
Did you say?
Hold on. Let me get the clip.
I'm
gonna go get the clip of Hamp saying concede first. Right?
What am I conceding to?
You just said everybody's protecting it. When I told you it was a bad example because most people are clamoring for justice on the Epstein shit. They not protecting it. They not celebrating it. So yes or no, was it a bad example? Let's see.
I don't think it's a bad example. I just need to clarify my statement, right? So again, I'm comparing it because the conversation about debauchery being exclusive to black people.
Right, absolutely.
That's what the conversation is about.
Right.
So I'm saying we see within all elements of American society, when I'm talking about white people, we see that what happens with sex crime, with politicians that do wrong in society, with figures like Jeffrey Epstein, yes, there are people that are clamoring for justice. But just like in the black community, a small minority of people that support, that harbor these criminals. It's the same thing with all groups of people. That's the comparison I'm trying to make. So if I said everyone, I understand why.
Watch this, Shad. Ham said that already. Swear to God, 10, 15 minutes ago.
Well, me and Miss Fantastic had a back and forth. That's why I said it because Miss Fantastic he's not convinced.
This is what you said to me. You said, how was it a bad example? I said, because you said that everyone's protected. You said I misspoke, right? Now you're saying it's a minority of people who protect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So now this is the part where you can see to say it was a bad example.
Right. So I'm saying it's not a bad example once I clarify my statement, Beans. It's not a bad example.
Yes.
No, it's not.
People ain't trying to protect it.
Well, y'all are going back and
That's
forth
the
on
point.
bad or not.
It's not a bad example.
Remember, you're saying the argument being presented is that the majority of black people are participating in a specific.
No. Let me clarify again. What I'm trying to clarify is that the point is that these behaviors are exclusive to black people. That's the point.
Right. No, I don't think Mr. Fantastic is saying that. He's asking for.
That's exactly what he said, man. That's exactly what he said.
Asking for current representation. If you're saying he's saying it's exclusive to black people in 2026, I might have to concede. But he's asking for current representation. I'm saying instead of trying to belabor the point that it ain't the most black people that apply, it applies to that. Let's go through the examples then.
Well,
let's give him the examples, and then once he keeps shooting them down, it'll prove the point for him.
That's the thing.
Again, we said Slim Jesus. I think Hamp said we gave him 6ix9ine.
But
he
Beans
gave us Machine Gun Kelly.
Beans. Sorry, go ahead, G.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we keep trying to use hip hop, and it puts us in this box where Fantastic is saying anybody that's white and in hip hop is a wigger. So let's move to racism. Why is it?
We're not trying to use it. I'm saying those are the examples that we used already, right? So that's why I'm asking him to go to something else.
But he's got his own premise that we have to follow. Instead of doing that, what?
That's not true.
It's their premise.
Don't do that, Kiki. I literally said Machine Gun Kelly is a rapper. Machine Gun Kelly is not a wigger.
Nobody cares about Machine Gun Kelly, though.
Superstar 2 Death donated $20 through Super Chat. Just sending the super chat to let ninja emoji, breathe for a minute, saluting face emoji.